Sailmaker's central character is Alec. The play charts his journey through adolescence. We meet him as a young boy who's recently lost his mother. Unlike his father Davy, he grieves openly, and as a result, he's able to move on, whilst his father remains stuck in a rut.
Well, I suppose that's true. It's fair enough, isn't it?
Yes, so yeah.
Thanks. Alec is smart and imaginative, as we see in the games that he plays with the old broken toy yacht he found hidden away in the family home.
Super yacht, sailing on the ocean.
Whoa!
Wow.
He seems to be after some sort of escapism, and by the second act has become heavily involved in the church.
I love God and me. I think I'll learn all the catechisms.
That sounds boring.
Church isn't for people like us, son. All you need to know is Catholics are bad, right?
Alex soon realises that he has no real faith. What he likes about the church is memorising bits of the Bible.
God even loves naughty doggies. It's a mnemonic. G is God, E is even, L is loves, N is naughty, D is doggies. As in Genesis, Exodus,
Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy.
That boy needs a trade.
His efforts to rise above the social class through education, drilled into him by his father Davy, cause him to drift away from Ian, and later his lethargic and depressed dad too, when he secures a place at private school and then university. Alec's cousin Ian is an uncomplicated character, but also represents attitudes common at the time, like wanting a better life meant betraying your class. But he does have ambitions to join the army.
Imagine getting paid to
Play Call of Duty.
Wasn't even around then. His dad convinces him that all you need is a trade, and also passes on his bigotry about Catholics.
All you need is a trade, son. Although I wouldn't bother working for any Catholics.
Despite Billy's rather narrow outlook, he often compares favourably to his brother. He keeps his promise to Alec and paints a toy yacht. He battles back from redundancy by learning a new trade, and even relocates to Aberdeen with Ian so neither of them slide into poverty.
Listen, son, if you lose your trade, you get a new trade. Or you move somewhere to find a trade. Basically, trade, 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 trade.
Trade?
Trade,
Trade?
trade, trade, trade,
Trade?
trade.
Meanwhile, Davy himself is in decline from the moment Alex's mum dies. We learn the young Davy was very different. He read the classics. Classic. Classic. And he was a skilled sailmaker, something Alec was very proud of as a child. But as a struggling, widowed father, he lacks the confidence to bounce back and make his son proud once more. He's a good man, but his eventual lack of self-respect is so total, he borrows his son's bursary money to pay the bills, but uses it to drink and gamble.
Oops.
Oops. As Alex starts to fulfill his potential,
Dad, I can now memorise all the books of the Old Testament. Shall I show you how I do it?
No!
he nears the escape his dad encouraged him to make, and the relationship weakens. By the end, a hardened Alec is prepared to move out of home and head to university, leaving his dad facing an uncertain future.
So, I'm off to uni and much, much better things. Oh, what will become of you, Dad?
I'll be fine, son. I'll just, Oops.
Do you want some? I'll give it you.
Sailmaker is set in Govan, Glasgow in the 1960s, with the majority of action taking place in a tenement flat, shared by Davy and his young son, Alec. The play starts with Alec recalling the abrupt way in which his father told him that his mother had died.
Got a bit of bad news for you, son. Your mummy's dead. I'll make a cup of tea. Oops.
The story then follows father and son over a decade, as they both respond to the loss in different ways. Davy used to be a sailmaker,
I'm so proud that you're a sailmaker, Dad.
but with the once mighty shipbuilding industry in decline, he's forced to work unhappily as a debt collector, or tick man.
Okay. I'm so proud that you used to be a sailmaker, Dad.
And Davy is determined that Alec gain a better education so he can escape a similar fate.
Don't ever be a sailmaker, son. Get good grades and you can do something fancy.
Alec and his cousin Ian are very close and enjoy playing imaginative games together.
Let's play grown-ups, Ian, and imagine what it'd be like if we were really tall.
But they drift apart when Alec becomes involved with his local church.
Church is rubbish.
When questioned about his faith, however, Alec feels awkward and quickly abandons his interest. Ian, meanwhile, is content to be working class like his dad Billy. That's Davy's brother.
You just need a trade, son. That's all you need.
Okay, no props, will do.
And when Alec secures a scholarship to a private school, he mocks him for wanting to better himself.
School's rubbish.
Throughout the play, an old wooden toy yacht is at the centre of the action. Alec finds it abandoned in a cupboard and asks his dad to make a sail for it.
You used to be a sailmaker, Dad, so this would be a massively symbolic opportunity for you to face up to the pains of the past and move on in life.
But despite his promises and passion for the craft, it never happens.
I'd love to help you, son, but I'm too busy sinking deeper and deeper into a long-term depression.
His uncle Billy, however, is quick to do his bit, even repainting the boat for Alec.
Thanks, Uncle Billy. Now I've got a beautifully painted symbolic toy yacht. Just need those sails now, Dad.
Too busy sinking deeper and deeper into a long-term depression.
Whilst Billy and Ian's father-son relationship remains close, they even moved to Aberdeen together to get more work. Alec becomes more and more disillusioned with Davy, who increasingly looks to drink and gamble his way out of trouble.
I'll bet you £5 I never sort out that boat for you.
Okay.
Can you lend us a fiver?
The play ends on a bleak and depressing note, with Alec looking forward to going to university and getting his own place.
Well, that's me out of here then, Dad. I took your advice and I got an education, so I'm off, leaving you alone and without hope.
Davy will be left alone, with the bills unpaid and the house so cold they have to burn their possessions, including, finally, the toy yacht.
We might as well burn this boat then, Dad. It'll keep us warm and give a meaningful moment for both of us.
There are several underlying themes in Sailmaker, namely those of family and social class.
You should listen to these, son. Education's important.
Okay, Dad. Perhaps you can mend the sails on this toy yacht while I'm at it.
Aye, I could do. It's just that I've got to.
Alec and Davy's family situation changed at the beginning of the play with the death of Alec's mother. Whilst Davy had been a skilled sailmaker, he found himself doing undesirable jobs.
A debt collector.
So he impresses on Alec the need to escape his working class roots, whilst doing little to better his own life or tend to the needs of his son.
What's for tea, Dad?
Well, there's a Y in the day, so fish and chips.
Across the play, the dreams that Davy encourages Alec to pursue gradually push father and son further and further apart. In contrast, Davy's brother Billy and his son Ian's relationship remains stable throughout,
Happy the way we are, aren't we, son?
Aye,
symbolising their contentment with being working class.
which is what my dad said, just with fancy words.
Billy and Ian share the same slightly narrow-minded, unambitious outlook on life, but also the same pragmatic approach to its challenges. In the end, they simply stick together and go to where the work is, Aberdeen, without any apparent drama or complaint.
Aberdeen's very nice, I'll have you know.
A secondary theme in the play is grief. A young Alec grieves heavily and is thus able to come to terms with his mother's death.
Okay, onwards and upwards for me, I think. You come in, Dad.
I'll probably just.
Davy, though, avoids the pain of grief. He's an intelligent man, but allows himself to descend into apathy and depression. And when Alec teases him about a woman,
It's always the same. Every time you meet a woman, she's a really, really nice person. Why don't you just admit that you fancy her?
he slaps her. Despite all Alec's education, he's failed to recognise his father's loneliness. Our final theme in the play is religion. To Ian and Billy, religion is about sectarianism and bigotry, widespread in Glasgow and the west of Scotland at the time.
Protestants are great. Catholics aren't great. It's very simple.
And the play shows us how easily such attitudes are passed on through the generations.
Catholics are nae great.
Davy raises Alec in a more tolerant environment, and Alec shows an interest in spirituality from the outset, and a desire for God to send him a sign.
Please, God, send me a sign.
Do you honestly think you're funny?
Oh, this must be for you, Dad.
He rejects organised religion though, leaving the church, and even then, at the end, being prepared to throw a hymn book on the fire, just so he and his father can keep warm. Davy though, isn't comfortable with this, but just as in every other area of his life, he lacks the confidence to commit to any one path.
Shall I just chuck this on then, Dad?
I don't think I should get involved. I'd better just,
The end.